Hello everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. We're going to take a quick look at CKB, and just before we do, not a financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only, and I do also recommend that you always do your own research. And if you want to do less research, maybe go on autopilot. I have a trading community. You can check that out, link in the description below, where I teach everyone how to become better traders, but also have a signal group too. It's a really cool experience where you can just one-click follow and effectively be able to follow my trades if that's an interest of yours. That's perfectly fine. If not, thank you so much for joining me here. Quick look at Bitcoin just before we jump into CKB. I just want you to know that there's a whole lot of nothing going on. We got a pretty strong volume profile at about 61,300. Coincidentally, the price is right exactly there. Okay. Now the price has tried to come below 60,000, and it keeps getting rejected, right? We did have this sub 60,000 section, but all in all, we're in pretty good shape. Also keep in mind, we got the moving average 200 working its way up. So within the next, I would say, 2 to 3 trading days, we should see that hopefully push the price action further. Again, I think it's about time. We are due for the price to increase very soon. So feel free to add to your position. I feel comfortable doing that myself. All right, so CKB, here's kind of where we're at. I can see we've got a pretty big increase here today. And this is great because we've already hit some of our profit targets for CKB, right? I think we hit our profit target 2 within our community, and our profit target 3 is at 40 cents, and we want to kind of see if that's an option here today. Correction, it'd be 4 cents, not 40. I apologize. So yeah, right around 4 cents for CKB, and it's trending very, very close. At least it was before, what, highest point at about 3.3. So that's looking pretty good. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the one-day chart and work our way down, see what's going on, okay? So first of all, one-day chart, obviously the RSI is up over 70. Nothing really new there. That makes perfect sense. That's standard. But what's cool about this, and it's happened before, not necessarily with CKB, but when there's a nice, strong bullish trend, you can see RSI 70 working as a support level. That may or may not happen here. We don't truly know just yet. We actually want this increase to be consistent, and in turn, we need some consolidation soon. So we'll find out roughly how healthy this is. But generally speaking, we got some pretty standard stuff here on the one-day candlesticks. And we do have this golden cross that just occurred as well. That could be part of the reason why the price is increasing so quickly. That does play into trading, I've noticed. I don't personally love it or believe in it. I do think it's kind of a random coincidence. It's not always foolproof though, so don't just put a bunch of money into something that's going to have a golden cross where the 50 intersects with the 200 in upward fashion, but it's very similar to the MACD, right? Where it just gives you that confidence where there's kind of a shift in momentum and it switches from bearish to bullish. That's kind of almost as if what it's telling you, okay? So just so you know, that could be leading to the increase here today. Furthermore, on the 4-hour chart, 50 is working as obviously a nice healthy continuation there. Right at about support too, you can see this previous support level holding strong. So I think that was what, the most recent high, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was a recent high when it was actually recovering back from July, and I spiked up right in September. Unfortunately, September 7th was a bad day for a lot of people, so El Salvador kind of screwed things up there. But yeah, all is well here. We're looking good. The 50-day 7-moving average is working as a support. We've got a recent MACD convergence. Not even going to worry about that because that is so exaggerated. It doesn't really matter. But bottom line, RSI is up over 70, and you can kind of see that it's kind of jumping up and kind of staying there. So for lack of better terms, 70 on the RSI on the 4-hour chart is essentially working as a support level, okay? All right, let's look at some of these smaller time frames here. So on the 1-hour chart, we always look at the cloud, and it's not going to be any surprise. We do note, obviously, that the price being above the cloud is considered a buy signal, right? That's the general concept. Doesn't necessarily mean you want to buy in right now, though, right? That's not exactly what it means. Basically just means that previously, anytime in this period, you probably would have wanted to take entry. But we can see that the price just kind of shot up past the support level or resistance, became a support as it bounced off and trended upwards. The Ichimoku cloud isn't really telling us too much there. We can go ahead and overlook that for now, but just note in these scenarios here, when we do have bullish trends, the price just say continues over, it'll effectively bounce off of the Ichimoku cloud. It has that function, so to speak, where it kind of works as a support level. So just bear that in mind. That could possibly happen, but we're a little too early to tell. I feel as if the price is a bit on the overextended side for obvious reasons, right? We got this strong continuation. We're probably going to see a 9 on TD sequential, which there it is. Yep. I just want to explain this to you here really quick. If you're new to the channel or just trading in general, TD sequential is a really awesome indication. In fact, one of my associates shared this with me, and I eventually learned how beneficial it is because it helps you understand market exhaustion, like how how exhausted is this run, right? Right now, we're definitely at an extreme point. And what I'll do is explain that first. So when you got a 9 on TD sequential, it basically tells you that you've reached 9 hours of exhaustion, right? So in other words, the bulls have been pushing for 9 hours straight. There's likely going to be a consolidation or a retracement afterwards. So if you see right here, we hit a 9 and the price came back down. No surprise, right? And then it comes back up and ramps up, starts counting up to a 9. We've got a 9 right here, but yet the price is still going up. Okay? That's a potential problem because the fact that it's getting exaggerated, it's getting too high, and there's a strong chance it'll probably come back down. Now, how far down? Hard to say. It could even just go straight sideways from here. But the fact that it ramped up previously and then came down about half the way, there's a good chance we'll probably see something happen again, right? It'll come down half the way. So we'll take a look at Fibonacci here in just a second, and we'll kind of identify what that halfway point might look like. Fibonacci has 0.5 on there for a reason because that's the common retracement location. But generally speaking, we're about 1, 2, 3, 4 hours into this overtime, and usually right when you get to that 4th hour, there's a reversal. Usually it happens around the 9, but if it continues past the 9, then the 4th one is essentially the extreme point. And one thing, we can look at VWAP too, you can see here, you can see how far outside the price is outside of that standard deviation. And that deviation really tells us that the price is overextended and it's been, it's outside of those comfortable, that comfortable range, right? There's a polarity when it comes with to trading. It can only go so far so quick, and it went too far. In other words, we're due for a retracement, so this red candle here makes perfect sense. Okay. So let's take a quick peek at, let's go to the 4-hour chart. It seems to be the best way to go ahead and draw the fib lines here. We're just going to go ahead and use the most relevant, more recent time frame. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? Right there at the exact halfway point for Fibonacci retracement, we see the previous all-time high. Sorry, not the all-time high, the most recent high, right? In other words, it was the all-time high for that time period, that short time period. But you can see here, once it broke, that was potential resistance. It got resisted out once, broke out, it got rejected, came back up again for a 3rd and 4th time. So that resistance level was strong, but now it's considered a stronger support. So bear that in mind. Moving forward, there's a good chance that right here at about 0.5, right around 2.6 cents, the price may continue to eventually consolidate right in that range. Okay. Now what we'll do also is we'll just go ahead and draw out the other 2 fib lines. 618, which is essentially 2.7 cents, or we could round up to say 2.8 cents. And then we got this guy here at about 3 cents even. That's 0.786. So all in all, we're looking pretty good in that sense. And as you can see, it almost got rejected by the resistance level at about 34 cents. And if we go to the 1-day candlestick, I think that was a pretty important date. It was just before the Elon candle occurred here on May 11th, right? So the price jumped up. Tesla said, no, this can't happen. Price went straight back down, right? So generally speaking, that's where that one came from. That's why I marked that. So that is a strong resistance. But once we break through that, we've got 40 cents as a, sorry, I keep saying 40 cents, 4 cents as a very strong likelihood thereafter. And let's just go ahead and look at this here too with Fibonacci retracement lines, kind of see what's going on here for a, potential if the price were to continue to the upside, right? So let's just go ahead and mark this here. This would be a best case scenario, right at about 5.3 cents. And when I say best case, it's basically just taking the last, 2 weeks of trading and essentially, doubling that performance, right? So we take this little performance window here, and if we multiply that and basically just do that a second time, then we'll be up in this range here as well, right? So that's kind of what we're doing. So for lack of better terms, I would say 5.3 cents would be a best case. So if you're going to set a profit target and you're dead set on getting to that goal, then set a goal at like 5.2 cents, right? Just below. I've noticed that you can have the most amount of success if you set profit targets just below the Fibonacci retracement lines. Okay? Because oftentimes, as you can see, the price goes up and gets rejected at specific points. So anyways, that's kind of the big picture there. Let's just take a quick look once more at the big screen here. And we can see right there, the all-time high is right around 4.4 cents, right? So again, the likelihood of getting to 5.3 cents in a very short amount of time is pretty low. What we need to understand is the fact that this jumped up really quick here recently in just almost one trading day. The likelihood of it continuing up day after day is pretty low, okay? We need some consolidation. We're at a 9 right now in TD sequential. We have to have I would say at least 24 to 48 hours worth of consolidation before the next leg up. Not to say it won't leg up tomorrow, but if it does, just be ready for the price to come crashing back down closer to that support level, right around what 2.8 cents. I think that would be a realistic estimate where the price is going to kind of stop. All right, right between 2.6 and 2.8 cents, I think is a pretty strong likelihood. Again, that's if it pumps really hard. For right now, it may just kind of consolidate and retrace closer to where it's at right now at about 0.03, basically 3.5 cents. Or 3.05, just round down to say 3.1, round down. Yeah, so lack of better terms, CKB is in good shape. Just be careful, move your stop losses up accordingly, and ensure that you are respectful of these support and resistance levels. And just make sure to always set a profit target before you get in. And if you're going to set one, set it just before the next available resistance level, so you can ensure you take profits if it jumps up again and kind of rejects and sells off. So I hope you found benefit here today. Thank you so much for watching. And obviously, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Consider joining my Patreon community so we can all learn and grow together. And I can share with you every single trade that I take, and we can all have a really cool experience. Thanks again to my patrons for requesting that I cover this here. I think it was Ainsley, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you so much for requesting this. We'll look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.